I'm Ashley Caprice. Welcome to Conversations with Caprice. Today I'm talking to Bodega Man. What up, man?
What up, what up? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Nice.
How are your holidays?
Good. Spend time with the family. And
that's always nice.
Just chill.
Did you get everything you wanted?
Not really, but I made the best out of it.
All right. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
So I checked out your new video off the jazz album 2, Recession. Deep in the Eyes of a Revolutionary. Song was called Don't Know Where I'm Going. Here's a snippet of that song.
I'm running as fast as I can, leave the past behind me. The haunted image of my life that got me down, it's really distorting me. Never in my life, for I think I'll be at zero, the beginning of my end. Lying eyes like to paddle circles of trust are broken, whether you see me unloading, floating cold-hearted, but yet so gentle to my pole folks. My entourage is no more, I ride low bro, but my attitude seems happy, but this life gets old. Could have had nights with plenty women's, but none can ever compare. Fragrant smells of you are up in this air. Pull up a chair, my youngin', listen to my life as I proceed within the cipher, as I pull out this cognac.
Tell me a little more about what inspired you to write that track.
Don't Know Where I'm Going is something that's like very mixed. Like I was in a relationship, the recession, everything intertwined in one. I felt like I was at zero at one point in my life, and I'm trying to pick it up now. So I'm trying to get my master's and everything. So it's everything intertwined in one. So it's like, don't know where I'm going. I threw it out there just because it's like, it's very deep. I wanted to express my feelings. It's something that I do in every song, but every time like I discover something new about myself, I got to put it on a track or something.
You got to write about it, yeah.
Yeah.
So you know where you're going a little bit right now, right? You said you're getting your master's?
I'm working on my GREs. I'm studying. Hopefully it works. I mean, I don't promise myself anything. I don't put like these fake goals. I just do something and then go step by step, and hopefully it happens. So.
Yep, because failing to plan is like planning to fail. Tell me more about the title of this album. It's Recession, Deep in the Eyes of a Revolutionary. Where did that come from? That's deep. I like it.
The first album, the jazz album, Recession Thinking, was something that was like, the recession was everywhere. So this title, as far as like a revolutionary, I put it in there just because like, I feel like I'm marching on and doing a bunch of stuff and getting people aware about different things that are happening in the community, within the urban community, and letting it be known, because there's a lot of things that are happening out there that people don't know. So I'm airing it out as much as I can. And the thing is, like, before I even air stuff out, I make sure I do like my research and make sure that I know both sides of the stories instead of just one. So it's not like I just put stuff out there and just hopefully somebody pick it up and like, oh, this guy's just blabbing out of his butt or whatever.
Right.
But
it has a message.
Yeah, it has a message. So I still feel like the recession is still continuing. You see stores, you see a lot of abandoned houses, and I work in low-income communities, and it's hard. A lot of people are going through a lot of stuff. I see it every day, so it's crazy. With
you working in low-income communities, I actually like one of your songs about inner city blues, and I heard you sample Marvin Gaye, and I really dig the song. His song came out in 1971. Fast forward, here you are, same title track, and speaking about the same issues. Matter of fact, let's let the listeners listen to a little bit of that track, Inner City Blues by Bodega Man.
It was like the 70s, when people had no jobs, but everybody knew how to rob. Ski mask drills to plot the next move to get cash. Dead presidential watch, smoke blown out. The hash, drug paraphernalia. Trash on the floor, city look at this shit. Glance makes it overcast. Depress, reset. The ratchet for a game of Russian roulette. The odds of death is the same as living in the U.S. The inner south with one mind starts to deteriorate. Dissolve like the roads across the whole interstate. Pivotal moments making me feel less human. The people hating Obama like he was Patrick Ewing. The same president that turned cheek to the ugly truth. Change never came to my inner city blues.
What made you talk about the inner city blues?
Inner city blues, like I work in Compton, Watts, South Central, all these places you still see it. It's like on the news they say that the recession's over, which is really, it's not. And you go to these communities and then you see them. You see all these things. You see the people. You see like the abandoned house, like I was saying. All this stuff. It's still out there. The drugs. From one of the schools that I worked at, there's prostitutes that work just not that far away from the school. So this is the stuff that I put and incorporated in the song, all mashed into one, because I felt like when I listened to Inner City Blues by Marvin Gaye, it was like.
Man.
It was very deep.
Very deep.
Very
Makes
deep.
me want to holler.
Yes. So I put this one out. My boy Jim Beam from Spain produced the track. I sent him the Marvin Gaye joint, and then he chopped it up, sent it to me, and I was just like, wow. You know, being at work, seeing, you know, prostitutes, seeing gangsters, seeing, you know, all this stuff, I just intertwined it in one and then just put it out. So
yeah, I love the song. Very good.
Thank you so much.
So when did you start your music career?
I started in high school. You know, I was listening to like hip hop. Mos Def was like my favorite artist.
Okay.
When I started pursuing it, it was in college. The Bodega, it was like the Bodega Story was like the first album. I put it out there, and then ever since then, I just been putting out albums. People download it, so, you know, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, good music. You mentioned Mos Def, like him. Who are some of your other influences?
Nas, Snoop Dogg. People like Madlib, which is, you know, is a producer, but his music, like just some of his producing skills, like influenced me. Slum Village, Jay Dilla.
So are you more East Coast?
More East Coast, Midwest, but I love my West Coast artists. Don't get me wrong. Like I still have. I love the Twins from the LBC. I love like '94 stuff, like the West Coast.
The '90s music.
That's when, you know, the West had a lock. I loved all that music. I grew up to like listening to Warren G. And the Brat was like, she was the South, but she had a West Coast influence, and that was like one of the tapes I had. It was a green tape.
Okay.
And I used to bump the Brat, but she had a West Coast feel too. So
nice. I like that you mentioned a woman.
But mostly like East Coast stuff like really influenced my style. Like you can tell.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, I'm not like, you know, West Coast. I might throw a little here and there, but I don't forget my roots. But
so how would you describe your sound? You're laid back a little.
Laid back, jazzy, just the jazzy sway you feel, just very conscious, you know, conscious rap and stuff. So
how do you feel about the current state of hip hop?
The current state of hip hop right now is, I think it's good if you're on the internet. Not on the radio, but on the internet, because there's a lot of artists that are coming out. They don't even have a label behind them, but they're still making impact in the industry. Those cats, they're changing the way how hip hop is, and there's artists out there that are doing their own lane and doing their own thing. It's just like a boom. You go Midwest, East Coast, West Coast, everybody's coming out with stuff. It's internet. It's a different movement right now. So
all off the internet though?
Yeah.
None on radio?
Anything on the radio, I mean, I don't really listen to radio just because it's just, I don't know, I just feel like it's just watered down corporate stuff that has to be put on there. But I mean, some people make good tunes on there. Don't get me wrong, I'm not, but I mean, I prefer people that like really put like good meaning behind their music.
Yeah.
And so,
you like music with a message? I
like music with the message. Sometimes I thrive myself out of like listen to hip hop, and I go to different, you know, I listen to different things. So instead of just staying in one lane, I go out and just venture out, listen to different stuff.
Okay. So what's some different stuff you like to listen to then?
I listen to Kareen Bailey Ray.
I like her.
She's really good. She knows how to write really well.
Yeah, she has a song called Closer.
Yeah,
I like that.
She's really good. It's pretty crazy. He's in the industry like really hardcore, and everybody's on him. But Bruno Mars, he's like a really phenomenal writer. John Mayer.
Okay.
He has good lyrics. John Legend. The list can go on. Old school and all that stuff. So yeah.
So let's go back to hip hop. And you were talking about the music on the radio, and you want some songs to have more of a message. Some people say hip hop is dead. What is your opinion on that?
I think it was dead to an extent until when Nas said hip hop was dead when he put out that album. I didn't think he pushed it, but he didn't push it like he wanted to. I think he wanted to say some stuff, but he held himself back. And when that happened, I think it was just like a hip hop revolution, because you had heads like you and I, different cats from the West Coast come up like hard after that. Like after that statement, there was like I was telling you, the internet cats just came out of nowhere and they just started pressing good music. And I think it just made like a big impact no matter where. And now you have all these heads. You might not hear about them, but if you go on the internet and search these cats, they're pretty big. I mean, Wiz Khalifa is like one of them. People won't think of it, but he came from the internet. He doesn't have a label or anything. He pushed it all himself. And that's something that like thrived off of like that hip hop is dead, and all these cats came out and they're like, no, it's
came
not.
Out of nowhere. Like, right. Like, I'm going to show you, it's still alive.
Yeah.